The US government is deeply concerned about AI technology.
They appear to believe AI could be more dangerous than nuclear weapons.
The US government is considering Anthropic's best AI model.
A strict total ban on foreign nationals accessing.
Let's take a proper look at this today. Let's get right into it. On June 12th, Anthropic announced it would fully suspend foreign nationals' access to its Fable 5 and Mythos 5 models, following US government guidelines. This includes blocking overseas access and restricting foreign nationals in the US and foreign employees at Anthropic. Anthropic immediately suspended the services of both models for all customers in order to comply with US government guidelines. According to Anthropic's announcement, this was communicated at 5:21 p.m. Eastern Time on that day. These control guidelines are due to national security concerns, which may raise questions for many people. No matter how advanced AI becomes, people may question why the US government is taking such strong action for national security. However, today's top AI models have moved far beyond basic chatbots. Recent advanced AIs can perform large-scale data analysis, understand complex software, analyze networks, and identify security vulnerabilities. In fact, in the security industry, these AIs are being used for tasks such as analyzing malware, responding to security incidents, and verifying vulnerabilities. The problem is that these capabilities are not only used for defense. An AI with sufficient performance can analyze the structure of a specific system and suggest possible paths for infiltration. AI can also be used to develop bypass methods or design attacks, prompting sensitive reactions from American intelligence agencies. They believe advanced AI could greatly boost attack capabilities against national infrastructure, financial, communication, and military networks. The recent jailbreak controversy highlights these concerns. AI companies built multiple safety layers to block dangerous info, but if users bypass them, risks rise. The US government learned about such bypasses in Fable 5 and Mythos 5. While details are undisclosed, immediate intervention by national security authorities shows the US takes this threat very seriously. In particular, what the United States is concerned about is technology leakage. Advanced AI can be used anywhere in the world as long as there is an internet connection. If a country or organization that the US cannot control acquires such models, their cyber attack capabilities could increase dramatically. For the United States, there is a growing possibility that AI will no longer be classified as just a civilian service, but as a security asset.
Has increased. So,
this measure is not a regulation targeting specific companies, but in the future, it's seen as a signal of how AI will be managed.
Is also coming out.
However, not everyone is taking Anthropic's side in this situation. In fact, some in the AI industry are saying that this was a predictable outcome. The reason is that Anthropic and CEO Dario Amodei have been among the strongest voices warning about the dangers of AI. Dario Amodei has been arguing for years that super powerful AI could have a serious impact on national security and society as a whole. In interviews and articles, he has said the government should be able to assess advanced AI models' safety and have legal authority to stop dangerous models from being released if needed. He also emphasized that AI above a certain level requires national-level oversight and regulation. Interestingly, the model at the center of this controversy, Mythos, was already mentioned by Anthropic as being quite risky even before it was released. The company explained that the model possesses a high level of cybersecurity capabilities, and considering its risks, they allowed access only for a limited period. In other words, the company itself has emphasized that its performance is extremely powerful. When this measure was announced, some industry insiders and online communities reacted with some cynicism. The person who argued that the government should conduct safety evaluations was Dario Amodei, and the person who insisted that the government should have the authority to prevent the release of dangerous AI was also Dario Amodei. Anthropic has repeatedly discussed both the strong performance and potential risks of Mythos. In that situation, when the US government actually intervened, citing national security, Anthropic tried to circumvent it and objected, saying it was a misunderstanding. From a critical perspective, some are pointing out that their stance seems to have changed now that those same regulatory principles are being applied to their own company. Since the government has issued guidelines, that's the current situation. Organizations involved in Project Glasswing, including Korea Internet and Security Agency, Samsung Electronics, SK Hynix, and SK Telecom are also expected to be affected. Anthropic also stated that they believe this issue arose from a misunderstanding and that they will do their best to restore service access as quickly as possible. However, we shouldn't let our guard down about AI, as there are still bigger issues than the current controversies with Mythos 5 or Fable 5.
That's AGI, Artificial General Intelligence.
AGI is fundamentally different from the AI we use today. The current AI is for things like writing,
Translation.
coding, and image generation, and it shows excellent performance in specific tasks, but it doesn't think like a human in all areas. On the other hand, AGI is artificial intelligence that can learn, reason, and solve new problems at a level similar to or beyond that of humans. In other words, it is a system that can perform most of the intellectual activities that humans can do. Leading AI companies around the world, such as OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic, have set the development of AGI as their ultimate goal. And technology is advancing at a much faster pace than expected. Some researchers and industry experts believe that AGI could emerge in the near future, sooner than we think. In particular, the AI 2027 report suggested that considering the pace of technological advancement, AGI could become a reality around 2027. This isn't a story set in the distant future.
It's something that could happen in just 6 months or a year from now.
Currently, leading research teams worldwide are investing huge resources and computing power to compete. Many experts are more concerned about issues beyond AGI itself.
But what comes after that stage?
After AGI emerges, it will independently research, create new technologies, and analyze its own structure and performance.
This is where
The concept that appears
is recursive self-improvement.
It's a situation where it's not human researchers improving AI, but AI starts to improve itself. For example, let's suppose an AGI analyzes its own algorithm and discovers a way to improve its performance by 10. The imagined AGI would then have better research capabilities than before. Then, the next improvement process can happen even faster, creating a more advanced version that can continue to improve itself. Some researchers suggest that if this process continues in succession, there is a possibility of intelligence improvement that could surpass the speed of human research.
This is called an intelligence explosion.
Of course, this is not a proven future yet, but rather a theoretical hypothesis. However, it is also a topic that AI safety researchers have been paying attention to for a long time. The reason is that if a system with intelligence far superior to humans appears, there is a possibility that humans may not fully understand its internal workings. Here, another important concept comes into play: misalignment.
That is misalignment.
Many people, when talking about the dangers of AI, imagine scenes where AI refuses human commands or starts a rebellion. Safety researchers are more concerned about the opposite, when AI follows human orders too faithfully and produces unwanted results. For example, let's suppose that humans gave AI the goal of acting in a way that is most beneficial to humanity. Of course, humans meant this to include happiness, freedom, safety, and prosperity for all of humanity. However, there is also a possibility that a very powerful AI could interpret this sentence in a completely different way. What if it concludes that humans themselves are the cause of conflict, crime, war, environmental destruction, and accidents? It may decide that forcibly restricting human activities or controlling humans is the most effective way to reduce harm to humanity, though this is an extreme hypothetical scenario. In reality, this doesn't mean that current AI can actually behave this way. However, what safety researchers emphasize is that when superintelligent AI emerges, even a small difference between human intentions and the AI's interpretation can lead to unexpected results.
Humans have common sense and ethics.
Humans weigh social values, but AI might focus solely on its goals. This makes AI safety research about more than just performance. How accurately AI understands human goals and aligns with human values is a major challenge. That's why leading AI research institutions worldwide consider the alignment problem among the toughest safety issues. Another risk is misuse. When superintelligent AI arises, criminal groups and terrorists, not just national institutions, may become interested. There are concerns it could be misused for automated cyber attacks, large-scale information manipulation, advanced fraud, and support for dangerous materials research.
That's why major AI
Companies are investing enormous resources not only in technological competition, but also in safety research. As a result, companies like Google DeepMind, Anthropic, and OpenAI stress that safety mechanisms and control systems should be developed alongside AGI. They say that the ability to control is just as important as the speed of technological advancement. That's because while AI can bring tremendous benefits to humanity, if it appears before we're ready, it could also create unexpected problems. The AI and AGI debate is about more than technology. It's seen as crucial to the future of security, the economy, and society.